Greetings. One more. You will find that though this varies from structure to structure upon your planet in ancient times, that many structures do indeed have particular properties, have particular effects that can only be in that sense accessed in the intuitive way, not so much the analytical way. The analytical interpretation will have a life of its own. You will understand that all the energy that you perceive is focused, all the energy that you perceive to be in some way or another reflected is just that, a reflection, and only can be so, for you are all the originating source. So you may speak of it focusing, or you may speak of it expanding energy from one direction or another, but all that energy exists only within you. So though they are symbols in that sense of your own energy, they are finite symbols in that way and can be used to tap and to, in that sense, experience different nuances of the energy that you create yourself to be. These structures have been perceived in that sense to be utilized as tombs, and to some degree this has been so, but not necessarily in that sense to preserve, as you say, bodies, as much as simply, again, utilize the ambient energy focusing and the ambient energy characteristics of particular shapes. Understand again that the shape of the structure, because of the perception and the consciousness that individuals have about that structure, will again have different characteristics of reflection of, once again, your own energy. So do understand that when you enter these ideas, should you so desire, you can, by simply closing your eyes, by simply breathing, by simply relaxing, and simply feeling, access many things. This will vary greatly from individual to individual. You will find certain things will be sparked within you in one structure, perhaps not another. But understand that all will have some effect, and you do have, as you say, past life connections in many ways to these structures. What you find, many of these earlier structures are literally lenses, but again, I expand the definition that what they focus is your energy. So you do not need them in any way, though your ancient peoples did believe that they were necessary. So you can use them in that way, but have now expanded during your transformational age to understand that you contain the structure. It does not contain you, literally speaking. So therefore, close your eyes and allow, in that sense, whatever does come to come. Though you will feel and see that the structure has been somewhat dilapidated from its original form, you can still derive a certain feeling that will be individual to the structure. Now, I will be speaking to you again, obviously, and this has been what you call a simple short interaction. But I simply suggest that you do not analyze what you are experiencing. What you will perceive may occur on an emotional level, may occur on a thought level, may invoke certain beliefs within you, but what you are experiencing is direct knowingness, which in a sense transcends, or shall I say, precedes these other, shall I say, filters within your consciousness. So you do not need to make sense of anything, simply derive an overall concept, an overall idea, and then as you unfold your life in action, as you walk in your life, things will come up as they simply need to, or there is no need in that sense to be so analytical and rigid to assume that while you are there, you must have a complete, distinct, defined situation or experience. This may occur and it may not. So simply go with it if you choose. I will be communicating with you again, perhaps a bit longer in duration. And I simply thank you for your willingness to follow your excitement to this point. For only could we be sitting here within such a structure, only could you be sitting here and I be in that sense experiencing such a structure, were you to have followed your excitement with your integrity. So this is a reflection of your willingness to be who you are most fully And if you will simply remember this and perhaps, just perhaps, pat yourselves on the back a little bit, you will understand that you are where you wish to be, you are where you need to be. This is always so, but perhaps you will allow it to be a little bit more obvious with the ornamentation that you have created as a reflection. I thank you once again, and again, this is only a prelude, only the beginning of other interactions to come, which all exist within you as well. And I thank you in that sense for allowing me to experience from a slightly different point of view some of this idea as well, for it allows me to establish a connection to what you call your history that previous in my experience to this particular moment did not exist. So as we breathe, as we are silent, if you wish, I will also partake of this. And then at whatever pace you are so willing and so comfortable, I will then, perhaps you can say, recede back into my own reality, or I have some things to do. I thank you.